I'm the blueprint, you know where we'll find. The boss in the game, ain't nobody like me. If you're looking for the sauce, I got the recipe.
Swag is so fierce, is the language I speak. Unmatched confidence, my power, my peak. No crown needed. My presence, it reigns in the world of swag. I break the chains with each step I take. I redefine cool. Others try to mimic, but I'm the true jewel. In the world of followers, I lead the show. Confidence, swagged out, watch me glow. Top notch attitude, haters in my rear view. I'm the star, got them all looking as I break through. With every move, you know I own the spotlight. Confidence on fleek, shining bright every night. That's right. Don't believe the hype. You better than me, you know that ain't right. Clocked in, your shift done. Bye bye up top, but no, you'll get no high five. If you're looking for the sauce, I got the recipe. If you're looking for the sauce, I got the recipe.
I fit in the boxes. Stop it. Quitting was never an option. Exhausted. This passion is never exhausted. And you cannot stop it. Nah, you cannot stop it.
I had to switch up the flow, show you the way that it go. God is good, but his life is hard. But it gets better when you grind it small. I'm just really trying to leave a mark. We tired of being who they say we are. That's the baton, we gon' take it far.
Always been real, we don't fake it all.
Tired of 9 to 5, just making enough to survive. Only living on the weekends. You really thinking that's why I'm alive? Busting out the scenes, time to live my dreams. Do the things deep inside of me. This life it continues with fighting me, but I don't have quitting inside of me. I will not jump in these boxes they throwing me. Talking to God and there's so much he's showing me. Shaping me, growing me, taking me sowing seeds. A growing tree, y'all get a load of me. Yeah, don't let them slow on me. I get the bag like a grocery. I'm on my grind like I'm supposed to be. And I do not care if you notice me. Only redirection. I see the blessings right beside me. The chances of quitting are likely. I do it like I'm in my Nikes. Don't make excuses, they never excite me.
Boxes. I cannot fit in the boxes. Stop it. Quitting was never an option. Exhausted. This passion is never exhausted. And you cannot stop it. Nah, you cannot stop it.
This ain't been new to me, a news to me. I came out the womb unique, shine bright like jewelry. Of course, you don't wanna fool with me. I got views to see and gifts to use. I got everything to gain and none to lose, and he can prove. I took his burden and yoke, it's like moose when I hit the moves. You can't tell me anything, I mean anything, that's for sure. I already know, I know my identity.
The Division 6 state softball semifinals, two teams that haven't been here in quite a while. For the Tri-Village Lady Patriots, this is their fifth time in a semifinal, but the first time since 1985. They are number 2 in the state and undefeated, but they face a Cinderella. Dalton, the Lady Dogs, making their third appearance in the semis. Back in 2006, 2007, they came out as state champions. 22-10, looking to continue their run. Tri-Village, Dalton, D6 state semi. Who goes to Sunday's championship? We'll find out on your smartphone, TV, PC, tablet, any smart device you have for this special presentation right here on the OH Report.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
From opening day to hoisting the hardware, it's all right here on the OH Report. We welcome you inside the Amber Doty Photography pregame show for this, the Division 6 state semifinals from Firestone Stadium, celebrating 100 years. Number 2 Tri-Village, unranked Dalton, ready to go. Hello everybody, my name is Travis Berardi, coming to you high atop Firestone Stadium with Andy Jardy. Andy, welcome back. This should be a good one.
This should be a really good one. You got another undefeated team. We saw Kenton Ridge continue their undefeated season and become state champs. Tri-Village looking to do the same here, 28-0 on the season against those Cinderellas, as you called them, from Dalton, the Bulldogs, trying to pull off the big one, upset win today.
Now let's get right into the pregame show. They're announcing Tri-Village. Let's take a look at their team spotlight for today. They are undefeated, 28-0 under head coach Emily Osborne. Their 5th Final Four appearance, but their first since 1985. It's a good song. Held opponents to 1 run or less 15 times this season. And you take a look at their stats, just under 500 on base, 303 runs scored, and then they do it all pitching-wise, a 169 team ERA and 180 Ks. But the big thing against Minster, a 1-0 victory. What happened in that game, Andy?
Oh my gosh, you want to talk about working out of jams. Multiple bases loaded, nobody out situations, a lot of runners on base, able to wiggle out of it, escape with the 1-0 win, and they won it on a safety squeeze at the end to plate the winning run. So they are comfortable playing tight games. They know they've got the pitching. You better score on them because they can beat you 1-0.
And that's something that Dalton does not want to do, but they got a good squad as well. But before we talk about that, let's talk about the best hitter for Tri-Village, Emma Grier. 658 on base, 12 dingers, 48 RBIs in 28 games.
Yeah, the Western Ohio Athletic Conference Player of the Year. She only leads the team in batting average, runs, hits, RBI, and doubles. And those 12 home runs tied, actually, for the lead. Her and Cameron Osborne, the power bats in that lineup.
The power bats in that lineup. Now let's take a look at the team spotlight for the Bulldogs of Dalton. Coach Rob's got himself a Cinderella this year, 22-10, second place in the WCAL. This is their third Final Four appearance, but the last 2 times they came here, they won it all.
Yeah, last won it in 07, and it was a repeat performance after their 06 championship. An incredibly young team, only 2 seniors and 1 junior on the roster. The rest of the makeup, 9 sophomores and 3 freshmen. This is an incredibly talented group that is going to continue to grow and get better as years go on.
And they're peaking at the right time. They'd lost 4 of their last 5 going into the tournament, but have bounced back. 395 on-base percentage, 230 runs scored, a 3.43 ERA, and 252 Ks. But like I said, they're peaking at the right time.
Yeah, it's you just got to get hot at the right time, and you know they kind of limped into the tournament. But hey, it's a fresh start, new season once you get into the postseason, and they've taken advantage.
And the pitching of Mei Simmons has been phenomenal. ERA of 3.17, 211 Ks, and 58. Only 58 walks for the sophomore, but she was very good in the tournament.
Yeah, coming off that run rule game against Columbia, she went the 5 innings. The distance, gave up just a hit, struck out 5, all of them looking. So her stuff must play really well if it's getting people to not even get the bat off their shoulders.
And we talked about Hannah Wenger. I mean, her stats, a 592 on base, a 543 average, 63 hits, a record, 53 runs, 13 walks, the true on-base leadoff person. All right, we're going to take a quick break as they do the national anthem. We'll be back. We'll start after this.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Back here as we finish up the pregame show. The anthem, I think, was interrupted a couple times by a blowing up transformer outside or something. But, hey, we got power here still, and we're ready to bring the power for this D6 state semi. So we get back into our player spotlights for the Lady Dogs. Lily Teague, also the power hitter. 397 on-base percentage, 352 average, 8 homers, 40 RBI, and 20 runs scored, Andy. She's going to have to come through today.
Yeah, she is going to have to come through today. They're going to have to really all come through against this very tough, undefeated Tri-Village team, but Lily leading the team in home runs with 8, second on the team in runs batted in with 40.
And then the backstop, Kenneth Doty, 460 on base, 493 average, 14 doubles, 34 RBI, 26 runs. It's just everybody has to contribute here today.
Yeah, she had a nice game against Columbia, going 2 for 4, drove in a run, scored herself. So we'll see what this lineup can do today against Elizabeth Poling for the Patriots, but should be a good one.
Now let's take a look at our keys to victory. And for Tri-Village, have fun. If you're not having fun, if you're tight, you play bad.
Yeah.
We kind of saw it with Monroeville. They're a fun team, but they played a little tight in the first inning, made a couple errors, gave up a 5 spot, and that kind of, shifted the whole momentum. But then for you also, be you.
They haven't lost, so you really don't have to change anything in your approach. Just go out, play your game, do what you've done all year. I really think their win that they got against Minster, that 1-0 win, a revenge game too, mind you, which we'll get into a little bit later. But, yeah, they know how to win, and they don't really have to change much.
And then our keys for Dalton, Mei Simmons, if she can hit corners like she did against Hillsdale, she'll be good. And yours, risky business. No, Andy is not in his underwear dancing up here. But explain, sir.
If you get base runners on and scoring position, especially if you're down, got to make them count. Get them in.
First pitch popped up, and a great start for Mei Simmons. As Emma Grier, the home run hitter, pops it up, and one pitch, one out, we're underway.
That's a excellent start there if you're Dalton. Trying to navigate through this top of the order between Grier and Cantrell is going to be such an important thing for these Bulldogs to do.
This season, Emma Cantrell, as she takes ball one. 447 average. She has a 559 on-base percentage.
Incredible. 5
doubles, a triple. Only 11 RBI, though. She has scored 25 runs, so.
Big fan of the bat, too, that hot pink.
It's got some flair to it, doesn't it?
Looks good.
Simmons ready with the 2-0. And that just misses inside. Unable to hit that corner, and it's 3-0. Look at the Cardinal Therapy Group replay. Simmons with the 3-0. That's high for ball 4. 4-pitch walk.
Yeah, just couldn't find the zone. Everything was up and elevated there. You always wonder too, especially early on, the nerves, the adrenaline. It's all. This is the hardest part of the game, to control those emotions. You want to come out and put up that 0. Got that first pitch pop out and then couldn't find the strike zone.
Runner goes, throw down to second on the back side of the base. If it was a good throw, that might have been an out. However, Cantrell will steal second. And a runner in scoring position here early on. Pitch was a ball. It's 1-0.
Yeah, Doty's throw was to the other side of second base there. Otherwise, the throw beat her there
Yeah.
in time. It just didn't get to the right part of the bag. So runner in scoring position now for the Patriots, looking to get that important first run. And a
runner's
delayed
going to
steal.
third.
Yep. She never went back. Cantrell never went back. She was just waiting to see where Doty was going to go with the ball. And as soon as she just tossed it back to Simmons in the circle, took third, heads up base running.
Well, also, we're seeing a very small strike zone by this umpire, and it kind of threw off Simmons. She's like, how is that on a strike? And left her guard. Swing and a miss, though, on that one. It's 2-1.
Yeah, that's a 2-0 swing right there with a runner on third. Burke trying to get a big hit there.
375 average, 477 on base. She has 36 RBI.
6 home runs on the year as well.
Second on the team. She takes that high. It's 3-1.
Yeah, Simmons kind of taking her time a little bit here, collecting her breath before she steps back on the rubber.
3-0. Fouled off, and we're full at 3-2.
For Doty, you got to find a way to put this in play, get that runner in from third. Looking for a base hitter of ball 4. Or, excuse me, Burke.
77 degrees, 310 was the first pitch of this D6 semi. The 3-2 fouled off, will go again. And 310, only a 10-minute delay in game 3 of the day. That's pretty darn good for the OHSA, and that's not saying anything bad about them. It's just this has been flowing pretty well.
Oh, and the only reason it was delayed was because we had another pop-up shower come through. I mean, they were set to start this game right about at 3 o'clock, but bumped back a little bit because of the weather.
Payoff pitch misses.
Oh, we got a rundown situation, potentially.
Throw home, it's too high. It's 1-0. Runner goes to second. They had her in the pickle. They had the runner gunned down, but the throw home was late and too high. It's 1-0.
Manufacture a run however you can. There's a reason they're undefeated, and you can see they are aggressive on the base paths. Dalton executed it well, the rundown. They had it. The throw was just high, and credit Cantrell for getting in with the slide and getting that first run across. They have a run without a hit, so
First pitch in there for a strike to Cameron Osborne, the 4-hitter. Osborne, 364 average, 477 on base, 9 doubles, 12 homers. Swings through that one. And it's 0-2.
It's all about applying that pressure, Travis, and that's exactly what Tri-Village has done here to start this thing. 4 batters in.
The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. And for Simmons, it's trying to find how far outside she can get. She's been trying to get her spot out there, hasn't found it quite yet. If she can find it, that's when she'll get comfortable. So that's fouled off.
Yeah,
just dropped, though, so it stays 1-2.
Just did get a piece of that right there. Good pitch inside, though. It's where you want to go with 2 strikes.
1-0 on 3 stolen bases by Emma Cantrell after a walk. 1-2. High, 2-2. And we always talk about striking first.
But as we've seen in most of the games this tournament, it hasn't necessarily worked out that way. It's a 2-step approach is what we're seeing. You've got to score first, and then you have to add on, because if you just get that 1 across and don't put up that shutdown inning, we've seen the other team come back and really run away with it.
3-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3, 2 down. Simmons with the big K there, and she's an out away from keeping it just 1 run.
Yeah, needed that strikeout in the worst way after the way that the Patriots have started this game off, stealing bases, manufacturing runs. Get that second out there.
I'll bring up Ariana Baker. First pitch just foul, lined it down the right field line. Baker batting .367. She has a .490 on-base percentage. 19 RBI, 9 doubles.
Yeah, tied for second on the team in doubles with 9. And that regional semifinal win over Fort Recovery. She had a 2-run double in the first that got the offense going in that 9-5 win. Junior can play the outfield, plays at the hot corner as well, too. She's out in left today.
That one in there for a strike, and Simmons is ahead 0-2. This is like you see with some major league pitchers. They may be, a little off in the first inning, but you have to strike when the iron's hot. Here's a ground ball to short, throw to first, and it is only 1 run for the Lady Patriots. 1 run, no hits, 1 left on. Lady Dogs coming to bat for the first time in the state semi after this.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Bottom 1 here, state semifinal, Dalton, Tri-Village striking first. It is 1-0. Elizabeth Holing into the circle. 1.87 ERA, 147 strikeouts, 33 walks in 138 innings. So she lets you put the ball in play, but her defense is pretty darn good behind her.
Yeah, worked through a lot of the traffic that we talked about in that win against Minster. She went 4 innings, gave up 5 hits, walked 2, struck out 2. Her and Emma Grier will sort of split the pitching duties, see if Grier comes into the circle later.
Hannah Wenger will start things off. We showed you her stats, 592 on base, 543 average as she fouls that one off. The lefty school record in hits for a season, she's still going over 60. Ready with the 0-1. That one fouled off to the left side, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, a little excuse me swing right there. Kind of just threw the bat out at it, got caught in between, and fouled it off. Got a battle now, down 0-2.
So our third day of coverage here at the state tournament. We led things off with quite the game between Lexington and Kenton Ridge. So that's lined right into the glove of the third baseman. One down. Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It's the hot corner for a reason. She was almost able to get that one shot down the left field line. But nice reaction by Emma Grier. Fired up her pitcher, too, after, as it should.
Yeah, Grier with a nice catch. It'll bring up Sarah Geibel. 358 average, 383 on base. Fouls that one off. It's 0-1. It was a good at bat. Sometimes it's a perfect, but right into the glove.
Yeah, it's all about trusting the process, right? You know, squared one up, hit it hard, just hit it right at someone. The game can be so cruel because sometimes you could have a weak dribbler somewhere that ends up getting you a base hit, and then you smoke one like that and have nothing to show for it.
0-1. High and outside, 1-1.
Geibel, one of the 9 sophomores that make up this Bulldog squad.
Youth in the WCAL, Hillsdale, young players as well, Dalton. Those two teams may be fighting for a conference championship and a regional for years to come.
We've seen that a lot in this tournament, too. What was it the Lexington-Kenton Ridge game that was all the youth, too? Or was
Except
that
for Makari Chapman, who was
right.
the stud, the only senior, but yes.
Or was it Mohawk?
It was.
Mohawk, too. Mohawk's got a really
Mohawk
young
as
squad.
well. Inside pitch, just past the pitcher. Throw to first quickly, 2 down.
It's just amazing how, I don't know, Travis, getting further and further removed away from high school in my years, but you never saw freshmen and sophomores
no.
succeed at the varsity level like
but,
we're seeing
now.
with
travel ball, the
yeah.
way things are going nowadays, you have – I've been hearing coaches, we have such a great 8th grade class,
yeah.
and these players are ripping it. We have a pitcher that's going to go amazing, things like that. And it's, the times they are a-changing,
yeah,
sir.
Sure, they sure are.
Not like it makes us feel old or anything.
Not at all.
No.
Just need to eat so I can take my back pill.
He has his own car. We need to go so I can eat. That's outside, ball 2. Mei Simmons has power as well as her pitching prowess. 434 average. She's got a 488 on base. She's hit 3 homers, 16 doubles. The doubles lead the team. Homers are second on the squad. Fouls that one off.
Yeah, drove in 4 in that win over Columbia. Double, 2 for 3.
And you see that a lot too. Normally, you'll see on the Tri-Village side, pitcher being batted for, which is fine. But now you're seeing more of these pitchers with the power. Makari Chapman being one. Yep. Mei Simmons being one. V. Helmstetter taking, the leadoff hitter for Monroeville. Gottfried, a power hitter from Mohawk, as that changeup swung on and missed.
You're a National League guy. Do you miss the pitchers batting?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't miss it either.
Nope. It allows Andrew McCutcheon to keep his career alive.
It's true.
Although he's wanted to play right field some more, and he's still making some plays out there.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. The Pirates stink. Keep him out there, They stink. The 2-2 outside. We're full.
Good at-bat by Simmons here. She knows as a pitcher how important it is to work that count.
The more pitches you see in the first inning, the more confident you get, especially the second time around. Payoff pitch. Popped up. Will it get out of play? It will. We stay at 3-2.
Travis, you were here yesterday.
Yes, sir.
And I know on.
I have a cot down in the media room.
Yeah. Today's Friday. We were here Wednesday.
Yes.
Correct. Wednesday, like arguably the hottest day we've had all year. We did
Yes.
see some cramping issues. Did you see any of that
Chapman,
yesterday?
no, we did not, because we did have
today.
a thunderstorm come through prior to the D7 championship, and it cooled things down.
Okay.
Wind actually was shifting it from left to right field as well, so it was coming off the lake. You get that cooler breeze.
Yeah.
Feel like Betsy from WKYC. Little flare in the right. Diving play and makes the catch. Take a look at the replay before we go to break, but Simmons is robbed. What a catch by Mead to end the first inning. Guess what? She gets the lead off the top of the second. We'll see that after the break. Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Top two here from Firestone Stadium. Cash Mead, who was money on the last play, robbing Simmons of a hit, takes ball one. Travis Berardi, Andy Jardy back here from Firestone Stadium. That's a strike.
Yeah, Cash with a ton of confidence as a freshman. Tracked that ball down. Able to get her glove under it. Thought for a second she might have trapped it, but
she may have bobbled it,
yeah,
but she kept it in the glove. The umpire was out there to see it. That one just outside, and yet again for the third day, we have an umpire that is very slow to call strikes.
Yeah.
He calls it, the players on the field know it immediately when he says it, but it takes him a while to make the motion for everybody else. That's fouled back, and it's 2-2.
Cash coming off of an incredible winning play against Minster to get here. Had the game-winning squeeze bunt, scored the only run of the game.
That's why they played the safety dance before the last inning. Do the safety squeeze. Little chopper to second. Easy flip to first, one down. And we talk about, the shutdown innings.
Yep.
Giving up one in the first, but if you can get a 0 on the board, get that confidence, get back in there only down one, you're going to feel a lot better.
Well, and I think it was big that they did only give up that one run in that first, and they could kind of get into the dugout and say, okay, look, here's what they're going to try to do when they get on base. We've seen it now. We're ready for it. We can't let up at all when they're on the bases, because look at what they can do.
Absolutely. Ty Mize up to the plate, 333, average of 467 on base for the Lady Patriots. That pitch is in there for a strike.
Yeah, Ty with 4 triples on the season. Leads the team.
One count. Faked the bunt, pulled back. It's 2-1. Cloud cover here, 77 degrees, but it is humid, meaning we may get a pop-up shower storm here today.
Yeah, my drive here was fun today.
Oh, mine on the way up from Maslin I was on the phone with somebody, and you could hear it's that big rain. Like, what's going on in your car? I'm like, it's just pouring.
Right as I got to Akron, it started to really rain.
Found parking spots right next to each other on the street by the stadium. That's a rarity here at
is.
Firestone for Game 3. That one just outside. It's 3-2.
I think we parked in an okay spot. We'll see if we go back.
Oh, it's way down.
Our
Yeah,
cars are gone.
it's not. That is an open spot for. It would have been marked had it not, but we're far enough away that no foul balls will hit us either.
Yeah. Thankfully, no damage Wednesday. Thought for
Payoff.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you were closer, yes, 2 days ago. Payoff pitch is high, and it's another walk. Third walk issued by Simmons. And I'll bring up the center fielder, Miley Byerly. 282 average, 420 on base. She has 4 doubles and a triple, 16 RBI out of her 20 hits. First pitch outside for ball 1.
And this Patriots team loves to take those extra bases. Mize with 15 steals on the season. Cantrell leading the team with 34. Grier 18. They have 7 players in double figures in stolen bases.
Speed kills.
Sure does.
The 1-0, high and outside. 2-0. Mize over there dancing at second base, trying to get a throw down. And honestly, if you're a catcher, she leads off like that, you have to immediately snap throw down, because if you wait and throw it to first, she's going to take second. That one is inside for ball 3.
You also got to get it back to your pitcher quickly. You know, don't allow the hesitation to allow them to get another lead or another step.
3-0. High ball 4. It's first and second.
It's amazing what they've been able to do so far in this game. They don't have a hit, but they are just getting on base, and you can see what happens when they get on base.
Well, also,
it creeps into the whole defense's head.
It's also it seems like it's a smaller strike zone with this umpire, and Mei likes that outside pitch. Yeah, she's just unable to find that outside corner yet where she usually throws it.
That's the 4th walk already.
And that's in there for a strike. 1 down, though. She'd like to get the second out here before the top of the order. And Grier, the 0-1. Popped up, but that's going to reach the net. It's 0-2. Dalton in their regional for the 3rd time knocked off Hillsdale 6-3, 2 3-run innings, allowed them to pull away. And then Columbia, that ball is high, it's 1-2, scored, I believe, 5 or 6 in the top of the 7th to beat McDonald for the upset. Dalton then beat Columbia 10-0 to get here. The 1-2. Got her. Strike 3, looking 2 down, and she did find that outside corner.
That's what she was able to do so well last time out, was paint those corners. That was one of your keys to the game, and here she gets one. Gets her 2nd strikeout. First one looking. A big second out.
That'll bring up Grier. Popped out to second on the first pitch of the game, and she pops it up again, but the catcher cannot find it. It's 0-1.
Yeah, Grier wasting no time. Getting up there swinging. Looks like us playing MLB The Show. Just going up and swinging at the first pitch, but she's aggressive.
I feel exposed right now. The 0-1. Change up, low, 1-1. Try to get her to chase that. She held off.
Well, that's a great job to go with the changeup, because you've seen her now attack you. 2 pitches, 2 swings. She's been very aggressive, so you try to throw that off speed in there to play on that aggressiveness.
Little pop-up diving catch for the 3rd out. Lily Teague keeps Tri-Village off the board. No runs, no hits, 2 left on. We go bottom 2. It's still 1-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Doty leads things off and pops it way up. Catcher makes the catch, one down, one pitch, one out.
Straight up the elevator shaft with that one. One pitch, one out. We'll take that, especially getting someone as talented as Doty out.
I'll bring up Lily Teague.
Number 7, Lily Teague.
Saw her stats in the pregame. 352 average. She does have 10 doubles and 8 homers.
Leads the team in home runs. Bulldog Nation would love to see home run number 9. Get this game tied up.
Seen a couple dingers in our games.
Did you have some
Reaver
yesterday?
with the 2-run homer, and then we had a Notre Dame player hit one over the bullpen area.
Oh.
Wanted a home run swing there. It's 1-1. About 225 out to left field. No doubter.
Yeah, and I think they were having a little bit of a pitch comm issue here.
Yeah.
Looks like they're back on the same page. It's amazing. Did you ever think that would be a sentence you would ever utter?
Oh, technology.
Oh, the pitch comm isn't working. And especially at the high school level.
Yes.
You never thought you'd say that.
The 1-1. Line to left. Shortstop makes the play but cannot make the throw. It's an infield single, the first hit of the game. And with one down, Lady Dogs have something going.
Yeah, first hit of the game. Hit it right into that deepest part of the infield over there at third and short. And there was never going to be a chance to throw her out. She gets that infield single, and Bulldogs trying to match that run that the Patriots got in the first.
Bring up Skylar Fletcher, 240 average, 283 on base. First pitch, flies it down the right field line, but the right fielder is playing the line, and there is 2 down.
Yeah, great positioning there by Cash Mead. Thought for a second that was going to just drop right down the line and be trouble, but Mead was playing over there and able to get under it.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, first
2 down.
baseman, number 16, Arabella Wenger.
I'll bring up Arabella Wenger, first baseman. In on the hands, and that'll do it for the inning. Quick 1 hit 2-3 inning, I should say. A lot of first pitch swings.
All 3 outs.
All 3 outs. Dalton gets the first hit of the game, but nothing else. It's 1-0 after 2. Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Emma Cantrell Up for her second at bat, the lead off the top of the third. Travis Berardi, Andy Jardy back here at Firestone Stadium. Cantrell walked, 3 stolen bases, 1-0.
That's a weird-looking line score right now, isn't it? 1 run on no hits, no errors. No runs on 1 hit, no errors.
Inside, it's 1-1.
That's what 4 walks will do.
Yeah.
And 3 or 4 stolen bases?
3.
Yeah.
But that's, games like this, it's what you'll see is that's an inside fastball swung on and missed for strike 2.
It's always amazing when you get to this part of the season and you've got these teams. I mean, you got an undefeated team in Tri-Village right now, but just the different ways that they can put runs on the scoreboard is always impressive.
Third strikeout for Mei Simmons, 1 down, and a big one, getting Cantrell, the speedster, back to the dugout. We'll bring up Haley Burke. She also walked back in the first, but was stranded at second.
Yeah, back-to-back strikeouts now for Simmons.
First pitch swinging down the left field line into foul territory and just missing the attempt and into the fence. Is Morgan Nussbaum, and she's still down on the ground, as you'll see at the end, that right shoulder going right into the fence. Hopefully she's just a little shaken up and nothing else is wrong. As she is getting checked on by her coach.
Yeah, she just kind of. I haven't been out there around those fences. I don't know how much give they have to them, like a wall wood. It's
newer. Those are newer fences.
Yeah, it's not like your old
into.
chain link fence. And yeah, kind of right in that spot where it juts out, so you run out of room real quick there. Just hope she's all right, and just more, like you said, shaken up than anything.
We're going to take a quick break and come back here, and we'll check up on Morgan after this.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
So Nussbaum was able to get back up, but she is going to be taken out of the game.
And it looks like number 5, Maya Wenger, will make the substitution in left field for Morgan Nussbaum.
Left field now for Dalton High School, number 5, Maya Wenger.
And she was able to get up and walk it off. It did look like she was kind of favoring that shoulder a little bit as she was coming off. That's so tough. Glad she's
up and walking.
But that's you hate to see something like that.
So she was in the flex position. We had I believe with an injury you can substitute to flex without losing your designated player. So that's the only substitution we have right now. 0-1, just outside. It's 1-1. Dalton fans getting a little restless with this small strike zone.
They're not in love with the strike zone, that is for sure.
That one was outside. It's 2-1. 2-1. Fouled off. It's 2-2. Now, I always wonder with umpiring, they tend to stand on the side of the batter instead of straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Those pitches are on the other side of where he is. If you see the umpire, he's more left, angled. Could that shorten the strike zone up? As that's down the line, fair, bobbled by Wenger, and it's going to be 2 bases with 1 down for Burke.
The ball always finds that defensive substitution. Wenger coming in for Nussbaum. Ball hit to left field, kind of took a hop on her. We'll see if they go single error or if that's a double all the way. I think they're going
They put a hit down.
Double. Yeah, I think it's going to be a double all the way.
That'll bring up Osborne. She struck out back in the first. Swings through that one for strike 1. And now they do put an error up on the board.
Okay, so single error is what they're going with.
I believe that's the right call.
Yeah.
Osborne quickly behind 0-2. The bobble
allowed her to advance to second.
Simmons ahead 0-2 though.
That wind is now blowing out to right field.
And they say it hit her. Even, oh!
Foul tip?
Foul. Let's look at the replay and see what. Oh, he said she leaned into it.
Strikeout?
I'm going to look at the official score for this and see what's going on with that. But, yeah, she leaned kind of.
Yeah, they said she leaned into it.
Osborne struck out looking.
Okay.
So, yeah, since she leaned into it, the ball must have been in the zone. It's strike 3. And Simmons gets strike 1 on Baker, who grounded out to short to end the first inning. Big development there. That's a big second out.
That's a big second out indeed.
A lot of bigs in this game. Line drive right, it's short. And another 0 put up on the board for Dalton. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left on. We've played 2.5. It's still 1-0 Tri-Village.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Bottom 3. Addie Bear gets her first at bat as Tri-Village still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy. First pitch misses for a ball. Bear on the season a 174 average, 220 on base percentage. So after the injury delay in the double, able to get the strikeout and the line out. That's a little bloop shot. Drops past the right fielder, but the second baseman in a sprint saved that from being a leadoff double. However, it is the first leadoff runner for Dalton today.
Yeah, nice piece of hitting there. Just an excellently placed ball that nobody could get to. Cash trying to make another money play right there. Falls in. It's only a single, though, but like you said, Bulldogs now first leadoff base runner they've had today, and trying to get that first run, the equalizer.
Mize did a great job of just sprinting after that, keeping it from getting to the fence. Wilmoth pops that one up on the first pitch. It's one out.
And aggressive approaches from both of these offenses we've seen today. That's at least the fourth pitch, one out we've had today between the two teams.
But now we're back to the top of the order, and Hannah Wenger. She had that line drive right to the third baseman to start the game. And she goes opposite field, but it drops foul for strike one. Normally you'll see that slap hit go down the right field line, but you know, somebody with 63 hits on the season, she knows what she's doing going opposite field.
Well, she tried to do it her first time up, too. She lined out to third base and had the check swing that went over that way as well, too, and now this one here. So, yeah, just trying to hit one down that line and left.
And she does it, but right at the left fielder, two down.
Yeah, you can see that she's not fully swinging. She's just kind of extending that bat out at an angle. It's kind of like a check swing.
Yeah. If it's down the line, that might be to the fence, but
yeah.
Batting average balls in play for her are 0 right now, and that's just rough.
Yeah, I mean, she's hit it hard twice and has had 2 trips back to the dugout.
I'll bring up Sarah Geibel, grounded to second base in the first inning. Takes low for ball one. 1-0 on the steal of home by Emma Cantrell.
You think about the last 2 runs now that the Patriots have scored. Safety squeeze to win it, and then a steal of home. Doesn't happen very often.
No. Scrappy.
Yeah.
That's what you like to say. Scrappy by this team. And when 15 times you've given up 1 or less runs in games this year, you can do that.
Yeah.
1-1. Change up down the line to third. Throw to first. Gets by the first baseman, but Baird slid into second, so she will not advance.
Yeah, I was watching the play at first, not sure what happened at second base. If we'll see it on the, she went sliding into second. I'm not quite sure why she slid into second. But you got to be at third.
Yes, you do. It's an E5.
I mean, the throw was never going to go to second base, you know?
So it looks like we may have a pinch runner at second here for Bear. We'll see what's going on here. Is Coach Rob, yep, he's getting a pinch runner for Addie Bear. It's a courtesy runner, so Bear will come back in the DP spot.
That's Mackenzie Krosky, the freshman, getting out there.
Krosky scored 2 runs on the season.
Could be just a speed-ish thing, you know, get someone out at second base where potentially a base hit in the outfield could score a run.
And with Mei Simmons up, you want to make this move right now and use a courtesy runner.
Yeah. Coming into the heart of your order, 2 outs, trying to get something going.
Change up in there for a strike. Tried with the way that Dalton's been swinging first pitch, tried to get her off the end of the bat, but Mei wasn't having any of it. First and second, 2 out here in the bottom of the third. Dalton looking to break through here in the state semis, as that's outside for ball 1. Oh, yeah, it's 1-1. My scoreboard's right.
It's
the
1-1.
Firestone scoreboard is wrong.
The umpire just signaled 1-1.
Fly ball, center field, but right at her, and that'll end the inning. Dalton making contact, but right at the fielders. It stays 1-0 after 3. Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Top 4 still 1-0 in favor of Tri-Village. The D6 state semis from Firestone Stadium. Mei Simmons starts things off the cash mead with a strike. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy. And since that first inning, Dalton kind of bringing things back in.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said after that first inning. It was so important that they did only give up the 1 run because it kind of allowed them to come in and sort of, realize how the Patriots were going to go about things on the base paths, and they were able to get out of that only giving up the 1 run. Kind of allowed them to all to settle down. They're starting to make some better contact offensively too. But right now, Mei is still just she's still trying to figure out that strike zone.
That's fouled off, and it's 2-2.
And it's funny, too, I know we've talked about the delayed call from the umpire, but when the pitch comes in, the crowd doesn't quite know how to react. They're sort of like starting to clap because they think it'll be a strike, and then it's a very delayed fan reaction as well, too, which is entertaining.
2 balls and a strike, and that's a little bloop out to the second baseman for 1 down.
Nice job by
Fletcher.
Skylar Fletcher to get over there. It's an easier play for the second baseman than the first baseman there to try and, run backwards as opposed to just running off to your side.
That'll bring up Mize. She walked in the second inning. Yeah, the first out always critical in a game like this. And that's kind of what helped them not let Tri-Village balloon that first inning. It was getting that first out, even though they went back-to-back walks. You already have an out. It's not as bad like we saw with Monroeville yesterday, where first 5 runners reached. The 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Talked about it, too, with this Tri-Village team. 15 times they've shut out opponents.
Or allowed 1 run. I think
allowed
it's like 13 or 12 shutouts and 3.
Yeah. Point being that they can play these 1-0 games and feel comfortable about it. And that's especially important at this time of the year.
Now we have seen, swung through that one for strike 2, though. Dalton's been getting the meat of the bat on the ball here in the last couple of innings, too. And it's just a matter of time before they start dropping in.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how long they go with polling out in the circle. Emma Grier has kind of come in and been able to pitch as well. Nice pitch.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, 2 down.
4th punch out now.
I have 5.
You've got 5?
1 in the first,
oh, yeah, you're right.
1 in the second, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth.
Math was never my strong suit.
Math is hard.
Math is hard.
That's why I do sports, even though math is involved in sports.
Even though math
not
is
as much.
involved. But yeah, Simmons now really starting to settle in. Getting a lot of swings and misses. Starting to get ahead in counts, too. That was something she's getting. She probably thought, and the crowd, the Dalton fans, thought she was probably getting squeezed a little bit.
Yep. That's fouled off, although I will say, very evenly called strike zone.
Yeah, 100%.
It's just a small strike zone that he's given to everybody. Different umpires have different zones. And also, you know, Tri-Village, knowing she pitches outside, they are crowding the plate. That's reached out, popped up. 1, 2, 3. Goes Tri-Village. First 1, 2, 3 shutdown inning by Mei and company. They'll look to finally get on the board here in the bottom of the 4th.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Doty leads things off here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-0 still. Lady Patriots leading. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Lady Dogs. A bunt attempt just fouled, strike 1. No balls and 1 strike here to start off the bottom of the 4th. Mei Simmons with her first 1, 2, 3 inning back in the top of the inning. We'll see if Dalton can use that momentum. That's inside swing down the left field line and caught. Nice running grab there for the first out.
Thought for a second that might have had a chance to drop down that left field line, but a nice job by Ariana Baker tracking it down. Gets a little dicey over by that fence, as we saw too earlier.
Yeah, she was able to sprint out to make the catch and then slow up enough for the out. They'll bring up Lily Teague. She singled back in the 2nd. Takes high for ball 1.
Yeah, only hit of the game so far. For, or no, that's the 2nd hit for Dalton, excuse me. She got the first hit of the game.
1-0 to her. The pitch. Flared the left, but right again at the left fielder, 2 down.
Well, their defensive positioning has been flawless because there's been a couple now that Dalton has squared up and made good contact with. Fielders have been right there for it. They haven't had to move.
Second baseman, number 14, Skylar Fletcher.
So Skylar Fletcher flew out down the line to right where they were positioned perfectly back in the second inning. Swings at that high fastball for strike one.
Yeah, good pitch up in the zone. Gets ahead in the count.
The 0-1. Outside. 1-1. Winner will play Sunday at 11 a.m. for the D6 title. In on the hands, easy pop up, 1, 2, 3. Go to Lady Dogs. We played 4 in this D6 state semi. Tri-Village still holding on to that 1-0 lead. Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Today's state semifinal brought to you on the OH Report thanks to our generous sponsors, Amber Doty Photography. Contact her at 330-465-1124. Weaver Commercial Contractors, BS Media, Cardinal Therapy Group, Pinnacle Cleaning, and Scout Construction. Thank you all for allowing us to be live and free. Well, not live and free. I did it again. Every time I say live and free. To be free to you, the fans, as we begin the top of the 5th.
It's a force of habit, right?
Yep.
If you're
Adeline Wright fouls off the first pitch, the 9-hitter.
If you're Mei Simmons, keep them off the bases, keep this a 1-0 game. Your offense is making good contact. That top of the order is going to get up again. You just gotta keep it where it's at.
Yeah,
that's all you got to do out there. Easier said than done, but that's just got to be the focus. Is just go out there and do what you did last inning, a 1-2-3 inning.
The 0-2. Got her looking, strike 3, 1 down.
Second time tonight she's gotten her to go down looking. That's the 3rd strikeout, looking.
Yep. Can I get you anything? Nah, just looking. Back to the top of the order, and Emma Grier.
So her movement on her pitches, I'll get back to that in a second.
2 down. You may continue.
The movement on her pitches must be really difficult to pick up as a hitter, because in that game against Columbia Station, 5 strikeouts, all of them were looking. She's got 5 strikeouts today, right? 6?
6, yes.
6, 3 of them are looking. So the way that she's able to get some spin on the ball must really be.
And she's found the zone now, too.
Yeah, she's really settled in, and you love those 1-pitch outs, too.
Emma Cantrell back up. Struck out in the 3rd. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I mean, this is a lineup. They've got 2 players tied with 12 home runs. Like, there's some pop in this lineup. She's been able to navigate through them. Outside of the walks, has kept them off the bases.
That's swung on and missed for strike 2. And you see this a lot with softball pitchers, getting better as the game goes on, as she just misses that one for ball 1.
Well, and it's especially, too, in the tournament elimination setting, you're in the Final Four. That first inning is so difficult to navigate through because you're so amped up. You so want to go out there and just be perfect.
The 0-2. Got her looking, strike 3 to end the top of the 5th, but we're going to keep it here and welcome you inside the 5th inning stretch.
Do we sing?
You can stand up and stretch if you want. Amber Doty Photography, thank you for sponsoring pregame, 5th inning stretch, postgame. 1-1-1 for Tri-Village, 0-2-1 for Dalton. The lone run, 1 out in the top of the 1st. Emma Cantrell, one out walk, stole 2nd, stole 3rd, and then the rundown Pickle scores underneath the tag, 1-0, and that has been it. They've had a runner on 2nd just twice after that. But Mei Simmons, 7 Ks so far on the day. Dalton did have a runner on 2nd with 2 down in the 3rd, but Simmons sent a fly ball to center field right at the center fielder. And like we've been saying, Dalton has been hitting the ball well, but just at the fielders.
Yeah, they've had nothing to show for it the last couple innings where they've been able to make some good contact, but the defensive positioning of the Patriots, has been phenomenal, and just haven't been able to generate anything. And we got
a substitution at first, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what we are seeing.
Yes, number 5 now playing. So Baker moves to first from left field.
No, that's number 9.
Oh, 9. My apologies.
Now playing first base for Tri-Village, number 9, Kaylee Brandon.
So after the 2 strikeouts, we're getting a bit of a position change. Kaylee Brandon.
Here we go for the Dalton Bulldogs, first baseman, number 16, Arabella Wenger.
So, to the bottom of the 5th, Arabella Wenger will lead things off. Popped up to the pitcher in her first at bat, as that is in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
What a well-pitched game we've seen here, Travis.
That one high. It's 1-1.
You and I, baseball purists.
Oh, yes.
Love offense, but, man, there is nothing like a pitcher's duel.
Well, the casual fan likes it, too, because it's fast.
That's true. That's true. But every pitch feels like the biggest pitch of the game.
Inside for ball 2. Dalton's had the leadoff runner on just once. That was back in the 3rd with Bear's single. The 2-1. Popped her up. Ranging in as the center fielder, right fielder makes the catch, 1 down.
Good communication out there defensively, too. Cashmead comes in and calls everyone off, makes the catch. You could see them starting to converge, and that's where it's so important for someone to call it, make that play, and avoid any sort of catastrophe. Nice job there.
Bring up Addie Bear. One of the 2 hits from Dalton. That's in there for a strike. Wind picking up once again, going from left to right field.
It's just amazing what a difference. I mean, when I was here Wednesday, it was blowing in the opposite direction, and now it's kind of straight out to center.
We had that storm front move through yesterday, and it shifted everything.
Yeah.
However, we're into June to where it doesn't freeze everything out. 1-1 inside. 2-1. Wilmoth on deck. The 9-hitter. I'd love to have a runner or 2 on for Wenger when they get back to the top of the order. The 2-1 pitch. Swings at a high fastball. It's 2-2. That was out of the zone.
Yeah, not a pitch you want to go after, too, especially when you're in a hitter's count there, 2-1. You got to look for a pitch in one spot specifically. She just kind of made up her mind she was going to swing at whatever there and chased one.
The 2-2. Fouled it off. We'll go again. That's what she was looking to do the last pitch, but that one's a little bit lower
Yeah, a little bit
for her to drive.
Caught a little bit more of the plate.
Another 2-2 pitch. High, 3-2. Payoff pitch. High, ball 4. What a job by Bayer after swinging at that high ball earlier for strike 2. Works the count. And we have a 1-out base runner for Wilmoth.
Now batting the right fielder, number 8, Veda Wilma.
That'll bring up another one of these sophomores, and Veda Wilmoth popped out to first, her first time up.
Takes that one inside. Wilmoth, a 266 average. We couldn't get to her stats earlier because she swung at the first pitch. 326 on base. Does have 4 RBI and a home run.
Well, if you hit one up with the way the wind is blowing right now, and you hit it to the right part of the field, it's going to have some carry.
Swings through that one. It's 1-1.
Yeah, all of a sudden the wind has really shifted. It is blowing out.
It's a nice breeze up here.
It's great up here.
Would love to at least move the runner over for Wenger. That's high. 2-1. And this is where patience comes into play as well. You see the pitcher struggling just a little bit. Don't help her out.
And this is where if you're polling, like, you have to attack. This is the bottom part of the order here. You cannot be putting them on for free and allowing that top of the order to come up with some traffic.
Wilmoth is also shifted a little bit. Puts down the bunt. Throw to first. Bounces away. Bayer's going to get the third. And the ball, they said, is out of play.
She's going to get second.
Is she going to get second? No, she's going to say she's out.
And she has to go back to second.
What did we just see?
Are they calling interference on the runner? Or are they saying that she knocked the ball away?
Well, here comes the replay. You tell me.
Let's see what we have here.
I don't see anything there. She touched the orange base. She kind of angled there. Is he saying she was out of the base path? They're going to discuss this. Here it is again. I mean, she was a couple feet inside the running lane. Is that what they're saying, is she was too far inside?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. What a huge call this is,
Umpires
though.
are talking it over.
You're either looking at first and third, 1 out, or 2 outs, runner on second.
Look how,
she is.
And then curves back in. I can see the argument, but also that's a bounce throw. That wasn't like she knocked the ball out.
All right, Fiesler's not going to like the call. He doesn't seem too happy with what they've reached.
Well, all 4 are going to talk now. No matter what, Bayer is now in scoring position with 2 out. We'll have Wenger up. It's not like it's a double play, but this is a big moment right here.
It's either first and third, 1 out, or 2 outs, runner on second. I think they are gonna call her out.
And move her back to first? That's not, it was a sack.
Why does she have to go back to first?
Because the interference.
Okay. Wow. Wow. I mean, that is I'll have to dive into the rule book on that one, Travis, but
I don't know because she was moving her over.
Well, and they initially said the call was whatever they ended up calling, that the runner had to go back to second. The runner was out at first. I don't understand why she had to go back to first base.
The 1-0. Ground ball to second. Tri-Village is going to get out of it after a crazy set of circumstances. It'll stay 1-0 as we head to the 6th inning. Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
Back here at Firestone Stadium, where we'd like to thank Wenger Commercial Contractors, proud supporter of local high school athletics. Contact Weaver Commercial Contractor for all your commercial contracting needs, proudly doing business throughout Ohio, Pennsylvania, and the wonderful state of West Virginia. Cardinal Therapy, serving kids in Wayne, Holmes, Ashland, Tuscarawas, and now Richland and Crawford counties, providing physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and vision services with certified orientation and mobility specialists and teachers for the visually impaired. Thank you all, once again, for sponsoring.
All right, so we somewhat got to the bottom of what transpired there that last inning.
Because it was interference,
yes,
it's an automatic dead ball. Runners go back to where they originally were. And I can see that. We did see she was 3 feet inside and angled back.
To the orange base, too.
But also, it was a bounce throw. Maybe they say because it was the runner. I don't know, but it was interference.
Yeah.
And that was a tough break for.
And I guess the only thing the umps were discussing, because initially they made the call that you have to go back to second base, runner out. But because it was an interference dead ball, then the runner from second base had to go back to first base. Very bizarre and an incredibly tough break if you're Dalton.
So the count 1-2 here. Line drive right at short. Nice scoop. Throw to first. Scooped again. 1 down.
What a play on both ends of the field there. Hannah Wenger, an incredible play in the hole. Nice range, nice scoop and the throw. And how about the scoop on the other end by Arabella?
And that's something after the frustration of the bottom of the inning, making plays like that can calm you back down.
Yeah, that's big. You cannot let the way that last inning unfolded, snowball. It's a 1-run game. Obviously, that was a big missed opportunity.
And you still have 2, 3, 4 due up in the 6th.
Yeah, you are down a run. You get the last at-bat. You just got to keep this thing 1-0 and keep grinding away at bats up there and try to make something happen.
Pitches a ball. It's 1-1. Popped foul. It's 1-2. Osborne 0 for 2 today, 2 strikeouts. And this is another moment here for Dalton. If you can go 1, 2, 3, you have the bottom of the order due up in the 7th, so you can, work things around. That just misses. It's 2-2.
Yeah, if you want to get into that dugout as soon as possible because they are chomping at the bit with the way that last inning unfolded.
Simmons is not away from doing that. Another strikeout for her. 8 on the day.
Incredible. I mean, this has been such a well-pitched game from both these girls in the circle today. And I mean, this is what we saw Tri-Village do against Minster. They won that game 1-0. They had 3 hits.
Yeah.
And today they have 1. Have 4 walks, all of them coming in the first 2 innings. Simmons hasn't walked anybody since the second.
Just looking at, strikeouts by a pitcher in a game, 21, 15, 24, 18. But this is Division 6, so.
Yeah, she has really settled into a groove here.
If we don't see a ton of strikeouts by Simmons, or not by Simmons, but by Poling, Simmons will be the record holder for at least a game, as that is got the corner, strike 3. She's got another strikeout.
She's dealing now. Now can the bats get something going?
We will find out after the break. We played 5.5 here in the D6 semi. It's still 1-0.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Continuing with our thanking of sponsors. Pinnacle Building Services. Elevate your professional space with tailored cleaning solutions that promise unmatched quality and reliability. Scout Construction. With more than a decade of business, you can trust Scout Construction with your roofing and siding needs. Call Scout for more information. 419-989-7240. Bottom 6, 1-0, 2-3-4 due up. Geibel takes ball 1. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy, and Mei Simmons has really locked things down on the defensive side. It's now time for the offense to do something.
Yeah, but they've had a tough time solving Poling out there, who's pitching her own gem. These two pitchers going toe-to-toe with one another.
1 ball and 1 strike here as we start the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that one. It's 0-2. 1-2.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have yet to get a runner to second base.
Got her looking, strike 3, 1 down. First strikeout by Poling.
Yeah, 11 pop-outs.
Bring up Mei Simmons. Had that fly ball to deep center to end the 3rd inning. Inside, and it hit her. So on out base runner.
She had no intention of getting out of the way of that, nor should she have, because you need base runners any way you can get them.
And she moved enough away that
yes.
Simmons has 4 stolen bases in 4 attempts, by the way. As her battery mate, Kenna Doty, comes up.
You got to be careful, though, if you're going to steal, because
yes.
the throws that Burke was making before the game, good luck. She's got a cannon for an arm behind the dish.
High ball 1. Fakes the throw down to first. It's 1-0. That's another dangerous with how hard she's throwing. If she snap throws that down to first, it better be on target. Yeah. If that goes in the right field, Simmons is going to be on 3rd with 1 out.
Yeah. And that's where, if you're cash out in right field, you got to make sure you're backing up.
High.
And she is too. She's running every time, because you've got to be there as a right fielder to back up an errant throw.
And we'll have time as first 2 pitches have been high. Maybe Simmons is doing enough on that base to throw off the pitcher.
100%. It's so different when you have traffic on the bases trying to go about how you do your business out there in the circle. And now you see she's fallen a little bit behind here. Simmons over at first. A threat to steal. Hasn't stolen many bases, but perfect, as you said, 4 for 4.
Two 2-0 to the cleanup hitter. That is in there for a strike. She was taking all the way. It's 2-1. Teague up on deck. 1 for 2, a single, and she flew out right to the left fielder.
2-1 count.
Outside corner, 2-2. Saw the catcher frame it, bring it back in.
Yeah, tough to tell from up here, but I thought that was outside.
2-2. Popped her up. Right field, makes the catch, 2 down.
They've just been getting under everything. 12 flyouts now. You mentioned just that one strikeout that started this inning off. Everything's been weakly hit up in the air all day.
Number 7, Lily Teague.
So Teague, one of the 2 hits for Dalton. Trying to finally find a gap here with a runner on first and 2 down. In there for a strike. Had to have caught the outside black because that looked inside to me.
Well, you talked about how he's positioned back there. I mean, he is right there on that inside corner. So,
and not on the outside corner where they're trying to get a look there, but it's way too outside. It's 1-1.
It's a good job, though, to mix up the location there.
Trying to get a swing and miss.
Yeah, you go inside there, and now you go outside. Keep that hitter guessing up there.
The 1-1. Inside, swung and fouled it off. It's 1-2.
And went back inside.
The 1-2. Lined right back at the pitcher and hit her in the wrist. She's hurt. It's a base hit. Hopefully, polling is all right, but that was shot right back at her. Just on the inside of the wrist of her catching glove.
Oof. Yeah, you wonder if it got like the bottom part of the glove there. Yeah. Right. That was right back at her.
And the way it kind of handcuffed her, too, to try and get the glove around and got her on the wrist.
I thought initially on replay, I was thinking it was going to be her non-glove hand that she covered the mitt before the ball got in there, but it wasn't. It was her glove hand that she's reacting with.
Solid job as well by Burke to quickly grab that and keep Simmons from getting to third. Hopefully she's all right, and it just, one of those quick stingers. Sometimes you get hit right on that bone, it hurts for a second.
Back in my college days, Travis, when I was playing intramural softball, I had a very similar situation to this where I took one just like that back, and it missed my glove, and it got my wrist. Looks like she's okay and going to stay in. I think it got more of her glove than anything.
We're hoping. We're hoping, because you never want to see somebody get hurt like this. With it being her glove hand, it's just the discomfort.
Yeah.
She says she's all right, so.
Yeah.
Fletcher will come up with the tying run on second. Flew out to right, popped up to short, and her 2 at bats. There is the potential tying run for the Lady Dogs with 2 down.
I'll never forget that comebacker, though, where I had the stitching on my skin for a good day or two.
She may have it as well.
Yeah.
Big moment in this game here. Not only to try and tie it up, but if she gets out, 7, 8, 9 will be due up in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch. Popped foul, out of play, 0-1.
Yeah, really the first opportunity Dalton's had today.
Huge gap between left and center field. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Way ahead of her.
You just got to choke up, put it in place somewhere if you're Fletcher. Got to find a way to make the defense, force them to make a play, get that out.
The 0-2. Got her looking, strike 3, and they get out of the jam. Yeah, the catcher actually brought the glove back in to catch it over the plate, so we played 6. Tri-Village still holding on to that 1-0 lead.
Catch the best plays from this game and all others on the OH Report every Wednesday on the Roundup with me, Big League Berardi.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
To the 7th we go. Still 1-0.
And it was scored in the first inning, in the top of the first, and that is where we've been.
3 stolen bases.
3 stolen bases.
Ground ball to second, fields it on the first, gets away.
And their feet got tangled up there on the play.
So the first base runner since 1 out in the 3rd. Making sure she's all right, and it looks like Mead is. It'll bring up Mize. Walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. And that's really the one batter they could play with. Now 7, 8, 9 due up.
Yep.
Don't want to get to the top of the order here for a 4th time.
Just the 2nd hit of the game for the Patriots.
Bunt attempted, hit her. That's a dead ball.
Yeah.
They said it hit her in the box? We'll take a look.
I don't know. She didn't get out of the box quickly. Oh, she's out of the box, Travis.
She's out of the box, and that's another misplay.
Yeah, that's...
She was out of the box. It showed on replay. She was out of the box. 0-1.
Popped it up.
Ball don't lie, 1 down. Miley Byerly up, walked in the 2nd, popped out to the catcher to end the 4th. That was a big first out, a big recovery after the foul ball call.
Yeah, and you can see, too, how important a second run would be for the Patriots trying to get
We
another.
talked about this the first game of the tournament.
We did, the Lexington-Kent
Yes.
Ridge game? Yeah. Where Lex, even though they led, it just felt like they needed one more.
It's fouled back, it's 0-2.
I mean, this one-run lead has held up the entire game, and it's felt like at times more than a run.
But this
a
is the same
second run.
situation Lexington was in.
True.
Up one, bottom of the order due up,
Yeah.
in which they've handled the bottom of the order.
Right.
And then they came through. The 0-2 popped up. That's going to stay in play, and the catcher makes it. 2 down.
Nice job by Doty to make that catch. She didn't have time to lose the mask, so fighting the sun, fighting the wind, and the shadows creeping in over there, too. That's a difficult catch.
And now Kaylee Brandon will get her first at bat of the game.
Yeah, she came in.
324 average, 444 on base.
Came in for Addie right there in the 6th inning defensively. Took over at first base. Getting her first AB now.
The 0-1, or the 1-0 is 2-0. Quite the pitcher's duel we've seen here today. The 2-0. In there for a strike. It's 2-1. Simmons would love to get her 10th strikeout of this semifinal. Right here to send them back to the dugout with a chance.
You don't want to see the WOAC Player of the Year for a 4th time. That's a nice hit.
They will. Into the gap, backed up, throws into short, and it's going to be 2nd and 3rd with 2 down. Just flared it into the gap.
Yeah, and a little miscommunication as to who was going to kind of get that ball. They're able to get it in quickly, though, to prevent the run from scoring. But now you turn it to that top of the order. Grier coming up for her 4th time. And watch out, she's gone after the first pitch a couple different times up there today, at least twice.
Shout out Geibel, too. She went again at it. Geibel coming in, and they will strand the runners in scoring position. We head to the bottom of the 7th. Dalton needing 1 to tie, 2 to go to the state championship.
I didn't think our staff would even notice that we switched cleaning companies, but they did right away. They noticed that the office was cleaner, that things were bright, more vibrant, and that created a more positive working environment for us. There's always a potential to spread illness if our building isn't as clean as it possibly could be. Having Pinnacle in our building to make sure that it's as clean and safe and healthy as it can be helps us take the best care of our patients. It's family owned and operated, they're local, which means a lot to us.
Final countdown playing on the speakers. Final countdown possibly for Dalton and for our lives or our stream coverage of softball this season. Annabella Wenger popped out to the pitcher, flew out the right field in her 2 at-bats. Looking to get on base and start this rally. Popped it up, 1 down.
Another pop out. And another 1 pitch, 1 out. It's kind of been the theme of the game. They just have not been able to solve polling at all.
I'll bring up Addie Bear. 1 for 1 with a single, and then she walked on a full count pitch back in the 5th. Wind really blowing out the center field now. First pitch high and outside, ball 1.
Good to see Poling still out there, too, after taking that line drive
Yes.
off the glove. She's probably running on adrenaline right now. We'll probably feel it later, but.
Swing and a miss, strike one. She'll get a day off. This is the lone division that will take a break between the semifinals and the final. Tomorrow we'll have D1, D2, as well as the D3 final. The 1-1. Slow swing, strike two. Dalton needs at least one base runner to get to the top of the order. One, two. Fouled it off, stayed alive.
Just got to find a way to get base runners. Doesn't matter how you do it. Get them on and find a way to get a run. I mean, we saw Tri-Village manufacture that run in the first. Walks and stolen bases.
The 1-2. Held her swing, it's 2-2. Can she work another walk? Another 2-strike pitch, fouled off.
Just keep staying alive up there. If you're Addie, foul them off. Take pitches that aren't strikes.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Another 2-2. Fouled off again.
Get a piece, yep.
And now as the pitcher, you're asking, what can I do to get her out?
Well, you've got a pitch to work with here, so maybe you try to expand the zone here. Either throw one really low in the dirt or go up high to try to get her to chase.
Fouled off again.
What a battle.
9th pitch coming up.
Season winding down. Trip for a state championship on the line. Just a heck of an at-bat.
We go again. Ground ball to second, backhanded on the first, 2 down. Soft contact on that one. Down to the last out. Veda Wilmoth.
Well, her last time up was an eventful one.
Stepped too far outside, inside the field of play. Tried to adjust, but called out, and that really changed the complexion of the 5th inning. Needs to get on base to get back to the single season hits leader as she swings through that one for strike one.
Change the complexion of the inning and, frankly, the game if this turns out the way that it's looking 1-0, because that was set up to be a big inning potentially.
The 0-1. Inside, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss inside. Dalton's down to the last strike. One ball, 2 strikes to the 9-hitter. The pitch. Fly to first, ball game. Tri-Village with 1 run on a stolen base in the first holds on to knock off Dalton 1-0, Andy.
They just keep finding a way. Back-to-back 1-0 wins. They got here because of a safety squeeze, and then they win it here on a steal of home and an inning of walks and stolen bases. They're 29-0, and they're going to be playing for a state championship on Sunday. What a ball game.
We'll take a break and wrap things up here from Firestone Stadium after this.
Looking for the best high school sports coverage in Ohio? You found it right here on the OH Report. From the field to the court, we've got it all. OH Report brings you local coverage like nobody else in the area, live and free. Follow OH Report now and never miss a moment of the action. Don't just watch, be a part of the game with OH Report, the future of local sports.
Every time that we walk in, we know we're going to walk into a place that's very clean, and when we walk in, we have a professional environment to come to. The reliability of Pinnacle is always on the spot. We've been with them 16 years so far. They're committed, they are professional, they are very transparent with their pricing, and they excel at meeting every goal and every need we have.
And with that, the 2023 season comes to an end. Good night.
From opening day to hoisting the hardware, it's all right here on the OH Report.
Back here in the Amber Doty Photography post-game show where Dalton drops a heartbreaker. 1-0 to state number 2, Tri-Village. Travis Berardi back here with Andy Jardy as we take a look at the final line score, and there's not much to it.
Yeah.
1-3-1, 0-3-1, and we'll break down the scoring like this. Top the first, 1 out. Emma Cantrell, a walk, steals second, steals third. After a Burke walk, steals home.
And that's it. That's all she wrote.
On the walk, ball was thrown back to Simmons. Cantrell sees that she was waiting there, took off her home, got into a pickle, beat the throw. That's the one run.
Got in under the tag. It was not poorly executed of a rundown situation. Just got in under the tag. The throw was a little high, and that was the only run of the game.
Dalton did have runners in scoring position a couple times, but it was with 2 outs, and they couldn't score. They may hit the ball, but it was right at fielders.
Yeah, and that big, obviously, the talking point of this game is going to be the base runner interference call that
was
really blew up an inning.
Yeah,
it was interference. She was out of the base path.
Didn't get back into the base path quick enough, forced the throw. I don't know if the throw still would have been bounced.
Sure.
We don't know. We won't know, but that's the difference. That'll do it for Dalton's season. They finished 22-11, but regional champions. Congratulations to them. First time in state since 07. But for Tri-Village, since 87, they're going back to the state championship game.
That they are.
They're going to play for their first championship. They were runners-up once, and that was in 1980.
Yep.
Any final words, Mr. Jardy, before we get out of here? We will have our MVP interview brought to you by BS Media. It'll be posted here shortly after the end of this delayed stream. But any final words, sir?
No, just a great pitcher's game. An incredible job by Elizabeth Poling out there to
throw
shutout after shutout inning and one run was enough, and that's when you're undefeated, you find ways to win games, and that's what Tri-Village has done this year, and hats off to Dalton, an incredible, successful season. Unfortunately, on the short end of it here in the state semis.
Young squad, just like their pitcher, Mei Simmons, who will be back next year, and you never know what we can do with that. But that'll do it here from Firestone Stadium, our final stream for softball of 2025. I want to thank everybody who helped make things possible. Andy Jardy on color commentary. Brandon Powell, as always, phenomenal camera work. And our sponsors as well. Weaver Commercial Contractor, our scoreboard sponsor. MVP sponsor, BS Media Productions. Pregame, 5th inning stretch, postgame sponsor, Amber Doty Photography, LLC. Cardinal Therapy Group, our instant replay sponsor. And our commercial sponsors as well, Mommy Bay Turf, as well as Pinnacle Building Services. Want to thank the fine folks here at Firestone Stadium for doing a phenomenal job all weekend long, and the OHSA for allowing us to bring you this special presentation to you, the fans. Tri-Village, number 2 in the state, will play for a D6 state title Sunday at 11 a.m.